But this last recording, I'd got to most of the way, about 8 minutes through it, and I'd put it down, and I went and potted about around the house, had something to eat, came back, sat down, thought, perhaps I ought to look at that again. It's a bit lacking in the presence of God somehow. It's analytical, it's philosophy, and what can I do about it? In fact, I hadn't got 8 minutes through it. I think I'd probably got something a good bit less than that. And now I brought it up to something like 10 minutes. The last recording I'm talking about. And well, God's rescued it through me. But I mean, I purposed to rescue it. I thought, make sure that, bring God back into it, Marshall. And now I feel it's a blessing. Now, in what way do I think it's a blessing? Not in that it's some towering tome of logical, philosophical wisdom, but in its encouraging. I might be overstating it, but I don't think I am. It's inspirational. One's lifted by the thought of how lovely God may be. And your God, my God, is. I choose to believe He's wonderful. I choose to believe He exists. I choose to think He loves and cares, and that I'm His child. And choosing to hold that view changes the way I think and choose and live. And I find such a great joy and a blessing. Am I wrong then to do it? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think the proof of the pudding is in the eating. The blessings follow. Then it's a way of blessing. If I find down the tracks it's not, then I may have to revise something, and I'll look to my God in the assurance of Him that He's showing me something, and that's probably the reason why I'm still on the planet. I'm still in the classroom for a reason. And I don't think it is purely for the good of others, because He could do that without me. If He's bothering to use me in some way, it's because I need the experience of such to be complete. Love you, Dad. Thank you, Dad. Can I just add that, reflecting on this, when you fall in love, look, you choose to love. You choose to trust. You choose to hope. And it's because you want to. Because there's something about this person that makes you want to love. And you'd be so happy if you can just be an appreciated part of her being and life. That's what love is. It's a conscious decision. And if you're not looking for that, if you're not wanting that, you don't find it. You say no to this, that, and the other opportunity that comes your way. You don't even realize they're opportunities. You're a dead man walking. and don't know it. I choose to delight in this cat that's sitting next to me and purring. I chose to be fascinated by goldfish and want to breed them in a aluminium bath that I had. I had an old lady living down the road. I was only about 10 myself. 10 or 11, I think 10, 11 could be. No, it could be younger. And she was breeding goldfish in her sun lean-to. Had some aquariums there and plants and a pond in the garden. And I had a little pond in my garden too. And I used to go to her, have a cup of tea and biscuits, and she'd encourage me in caring for the fish and how to do it. And it was my own independent relationship with someone else, an adult. Granny figure really, wasn't it? I didn't have a granny figure that I related to much at hand. But I had this lady, and she appreciated me coming. And Mum didn't even really know I had this relationship. It was part of my world, you see. But do you see, she encouraged me to want to value, to want to care for, to want to be part of the creation of life. That's who we are. You and I, we're children of God. Of course, we love creating. It might be cooking, it might be growing plants, it might be caring for creatures. It might be wanting to be devoted to someone, to have a lovely family. And just love and be loved. We are our Dad's children. Our Heavenly Dad's children. How lovely. Thank you, Dad.